My name is Danny Alexander. My actual name is Daniel, but I go by Danny. That's just kind of been my investor thing here recently. I'm originally from Harvest, Alabama, currently living in Decatur, Alabama. And as of right now, my history is mainly odd and end stuff, really. I'm a tradesman. I have a lot of different skilled trades, auto mechanics, welding, blah, 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 blah. And then somehow I just wound up dabbling in real estate and I got hooked. So once I got hooked, I basically just got stuck in it, and I realized there's so many different avenues to make real estate monetary gain. So once I realized that you could do that, I just decided, hey, I'm gonna stay here and learn about all the different facets I can use to actually create resources for myself and my business. I expected to learn a whole lot about information pertaining specifically to market segmentation and time blocking. So those are two of the biggest key factors that I came for. I've already been through one of the McRIAs and listened to a one-night event about negotiation. And that event was great, really good information. I really come for the detail of information. So, price point plus education, you really just can't go wrong. So some of the key factors that I've learned so far by being here at the RIA are just more detail. So rather than what you learn from every basic standpoint, take your after repair value and you take 70% out of that. So 70% out of 100K, that means you have a max offer allowable of 70, and then you take your repairs out of that and your fee. Well, it gives you a whole lot more in-depth detail about what is your exit strategies. If you take market segmentation in, for example, it's giving you more in-depth detail about how do I study my market, how do I learn my exit strategies, how do I know how to get in and out of this deal safely without losing money for my business, myself personally, or my investor. So it's teaching me how to go 100% into the deal and protect all my assets on the back end. And all I am is the face of the deal. I think applying what I've learned here so far, I'm actually about to go in and learn a little bit about time management. So one of the things that I think I struggle with the most in my business is you have those things that you naturally just think, man, I'm spending too much time on that, or I'm sitting at home playing video games, or I'm doing this or doing that. And then you realize, well, I spend 8 hours a day working a full-time job for those that are still in W-2 positions, or I spend 8 hours a day investing, but then I'm like, I'm gonna go home to my family, and you don't block out that extra time to really, really deeply educate yourself. So I'm learning a lot about time management, which is one of the biggest key factors, and I'm going to be applying that as soon as I leave today, as well as I'm learning market segmentation, which is changing the game for me because that allows me to know in detail what I can do to enter a deal and exit a deal safely in whatever area I may be in. So the market segmentation that I'm learning doesn't actually just apply to this area, it applies to all areas and zip codes within the United States. I would absolutely recommend this to my friends. As many of them as I can bring with me, I would tell anybody that's watching that it's really important that you at least come and learn. The price point for what you're actually learning, it kind of feels like it's a little bit unfair to the people that are teaching us. So very grateful for that, and to anybody who's willing to come and pay and sit down and listen to these great keynote speakers, I would definitely advise them to do so. I like Zach's style of teaching mainly because he gets personal, he's very empathetic with the people that he's trying to speak to, and he knows when to cut that line and go immediately from empathy to this is about business. Let's talk about business right now. This is what's important. There's still a lot of laughs and things that happen in the process, but it's a really clean process in how he transitions from education to empathy to your situation and then wraps it all back together. So the greatest part about this being a local RIA is the fact that we have the opportunity to learn and network with people that are in our local area. So this is offering value not only to the fact that we're learning from these local investors, but there's local investors in the audience that we have the ability to network with. So it's just creating a beneficial network for everyone that's here, as well as anytime you go out of town for training, especially if you go to a big event, it's not as personable. So you're sitting there thinking, okay, there's 1,000 people in this room. I have 5 minutes. I'm gonna collect as many business cards as possible, and then I gotta move to the next guy. But here you can actually take the time, get to talk to each person that you want to talk to, maneuver through the room, and you have great coaches that you can speak to after the event that are right there face to face with you.